Hello, welcome to Bruce Springsteen Guitar Lessons. Today's lesson is going to be Take Them As They Come from tracks. Hope you enjoy the video. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that walkthrough. So now what we're going to do is go through all the individual parts. Okay, so this song's in the key of D major. Okay, let's take a look at the chords first. We've just got a standard D major chord. Sometimes we might only play the power chord version of that, meaning kind of play from the D up to the B string. So that would be a D5 chord. Okay, and then you've got a G chord. Classic way that Bruce likes to play this: third finger, third fret low E, block the A string out with the underside of your third ring finger, and then little finger, third fret high E. Cool. Then we've got a B minor chord. So bar the 2nd fret on the A string, then use your 3rd finger 4th fret D, little finger 4th fret G, middle finger 3rd fret B. And then we've also got an E minor chord, playing in the middle 8 section. So middle finger 2nd fret A, 3rd finger 2nd fret D. And they've got an A major chord. I'm going to play it like this, just making sure this high E string is muted and you're not playing this 2nd fret if you're playing an A major like this. So borrowing the 2nd fret D, G and B strings, strum from the A string. Cool, and then the variations we've got on the D chord, okay, and that cool little riff in this song, is just do your major, D major chord, take your middle finger off, that's a D sus2 chord, okay? So in terms of fret 0, 2, 3, 0. Now, if you go back to your D chord, add your little finger, you've got a D sus4 chord. Sounds fantastic. So little finger, again, there's a lot of cool, there's this kind of cool riff sort of motif going all the way through the song pretty much. So it uses these chords. So little finger 3rd fret high. So that's D sus4. Okay, cool. So what I want to do also is put the song structure up on the screen now. Hopefully you can break down all the parts a little bit easier. Cool, so there's lots of repeating patterns, which is cool. So let's take a look at the first verse. So what happens is you've got the kind of counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you've got this and a 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a down up 16th notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a. And then you've got that classic down, down, up, down, up pattern. So that's 1 quarter note, 6th, 8th notes, and one of them's tied on the start of beat 3. And you've got this for 2 bars. So down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay? And then after that, you've got, it sounds like one guitar is doing downstrokes. Okay? So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay? So pumping 8s as they call it. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, and the next bar, do the same thing, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, but then on the and of 4, do the down up thing we had again. That just sounds really cool. So and just before the next bar starts. So and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and carry on, do the same thing but go into the B minor. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then back to the G and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then it goes, yeah, basically 2 more bars of G. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Cool, so just quickly play that, those first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bars, which includes the counting bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and again it starts off quite fast, about 1, 3, 8. I think it might slow down towards the end about 1, 3, 4. But yes, it's pretty much, it's quite a fast song, this one. And then you have this kind of cool, really awesome 2-bar riff. Okay, there's lots of instruments playing it, lots of layers. You can just actually tell there's 2 or 3 guitars on the record as well. So basically, start off with that kind of D major chord, but only play the kind of D5 part of it, D, G, and B strings. You're going to do this 1, 2. So 1, 2, and on beat 2, play the D sus2. And then for beats 3 and 4, beat 3, you're going to go down, up, down, up. So you're going to play the bassiest strings again, so it helps for the kind of dynamics. So 3 and 4 and bassiest strings, 3, down, and then up, down, up. So that bar again, you go 1, 2, 3, and 4 and. This sounds amazing. Again, the piano's doing it, organ's doing it. And then add your little finger for the second bar, this kind of 2-bar riff, which is at the end of the intro. Down, down, up, down. Start off with sus4, quarter note there, 1, then 2 8th notes, and down, up, beat 2, so down, take your little finger off, go to the D, it's tied for half a beat, and then you go up, and then take your middle finger down, off, and then it's open E string. So that 2-bar riff, which is the end of the first verse, basically. So not the intro, sorry. There's no intro, you just want it to go straight into it, so it's the end of the first verse, last 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Down, 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 up, down, down, up, down. Cool, and don't forget there's 2 guitars, at least I've tabbed out for this. So if you get the tabs from either jsmusicschool.co.uk, in the Bruce shop section there, in either PDF or Guitar Pro Phone or via Subscribestar. Yeah, you'll have both guitar parts. It definitely sounds like they're kind of syncing together. So this is what I've recorded on the walkthrough, and then there's obviously the other guitar part going on to kind of link it together. So, and if you get the tabs off the website, either by getting codes off Subscribestar or just going directly into jsmusical.co.uk in the shop section, there you'll get both parts. Okay, so that is the first verse. Okay, now we're going to take a look at the other verses. So second verse, third verse, fourth verse, and fifth verse. Apart from the fifth verse is like kind of cut short, they're pretty much all the same. Okay, so let's take a look at it. So you've got that kind of awesome 2-bar phrase there. So 1, 2, and 3 and 4. 1, 2, and 3 and 4. Do that twice. Again, any chords in brackets in the song structure means there's more than one chord in that particular bar. And then you've got this 2-bar phrase, okay, which is roughly, I think, what's happening. So for the first bar, it's going to go down, 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 up, down, up. That's 2 quarter notes, 4/8 notes. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. Okay, and then you've got to go back to the down, down, up, down, up. And you do the same now with the B minor. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and down, down, up, down, up. And G. And a 2-bar riff. So again, really high energy song, which is great. So yeah, if you look at the second verse, third verse, fourth verse, fifth verse, all start off with 2 rounds of that kind of riff, the 2-bar riff. Then 2 bars of G, 2 bars of B minor, 2 bars of G. Now in the second, third and the fourth verses, you've got that extra riff at the end just once. In the fifth verse, you don't do that riff at the end. Okay, so that's all the verses. Cool. So now we'll just take a look at the choruses. Okay, so a little bit more less riff based, shall I say. So in the choruses, again, if you look at the song structure, first chorus, second chorus, all pretty much the same. The only difference between the second chorus and the first chorus is the riff that you do at the end. You only do it once, so bear that in mind. And then the third chorus is just a little bit different. Okay, so the first and second choruses. Okay, so first chorus you're going to go D major, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and down, down, up, down, up. Do that in G major, G, B minor, then G, and the riff twice. Cool, and then just remember in the second chorus, just do that ending riff just once. Cool, okay, so, and then in the third chorus, if we just go down to there, where are we? There we go. So, third chorus, basically it sounds like you're, instead of just doing the D, you've got that riff going along with the third chorus. Quite clever, they just changed it up a little bit. So it's pretty much the same chorus, you've just got that riff rather than just the D. Okay, so this is the third chorus, which is done twice, and you've got that riff done, that riff, standard riff was done 2-bar riff, 1, 2, 3, G, B minor, and we do that again. B minor. Cool, okay, so that's the third chorus. And what we'll go through now is the middle 8 section. Again, fairly straightforward. So you've just got 2 bars of G, just do down, down, up, down, up for this. E minor for 2 bars. G for 1 bar. Back to E minor for 1 bar. And then 2 bars of A. 8th notes downstrokes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and maybe a little bit of a crescendo, getting slightly louder, starting off soft for that. So that's the middle 8 section. Cool, and then we've basically just got left are the break sections. Okay, so the break sections, again, fairly straightforward. So again, in the other guitar part, sometimes when one guitar is doing the chords, the other person is doing that kind of riff. which I've put on the guitar part on the tabs. Okay, so let's go for the first break. Okay, so you're basically going to do that riff, the classic riff, 2-bar riff, once. And then G. And then you do those 4 bars 4 times, okay? And then basically what you're going to do is do a D chord and let it ring for 2 bars. This is when the drums go tss, bah, boom, boom, bah. So it's like open hi-hat on the drums there. It's slightly slow. This is where it goes down to 134 BPM. So let's do the D chord, let it ring out for 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's 6 more bars of rest. And the whole band, you think, oh, it's going to end now. And no, it all comes back in, which is awesome. And basically just do the same thing. We're going to go, you had on the start of the break. So this is now the outro. We'll do those 4 bars 4 times and then end on a D chord. So it's brilliant B-side. I managed to see this in London. It's one of those songs that you thought, oh, I'm never going to see this live, and he just pulls it out of the bag in Hyde Park. It's really awesome B-side. So yeah, enjoyed doing this one. High energy. So hope you've enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up and hit that bell icon for notifications and subscribe if you haven't already. That will help me out a lot. If you have any questions about Subscribestar or accessing videos and things like that on Subscribestar, and also how you access the tabs, codes are now sent out to your email on the 7th of every month if you're on Subscribestar, which means you can use the discount codes and download files from the website jsmusicscore.co.uk, which is just all the files. So backing tracks that I've made for this, I've made a backing track for this one. You can either get the files in Guitar Pro format or PDF format. So happy to answer any questions. Just pop me an email or message me in the comments. I'll respond as quickly as I can. So yeah, and also Subscribestar, you've got access to guitar solo tutorials. There's about 35 on there, which is Subscribestar only. And if you're on the Bruce Legend tiers and above, you can vote every month for what songs are going to come out the following month. And also you get videos. So you get this breakdown part of the video, but also there'll be another release of this video, but with extra tabs and chord diagrams as I go through all the parts for Bruce Legend tiers and above. So thanks again, and see you next time. Cheers, bye. If you'd like to get Guitar Pro files, tab PDFs, backing tracks from any of these tutorials, head over to either the Subscribestar page or my website jsmusicscore.co.uk. Remember to subscribe and hit that bell icon for notifications. Thanks very much. See you on the next one.